Exfiltration has defied multiple summons to withdraw from the Mechanicus facility on Avarax, and we do not know why. Captain Akaran has tasked me to aid in your retrieval of the Magos biologists before the Tyranids completely engulf the mining base, causing unnecessary loss of data.
Performing our duty is our pride, Magos. Atmospheric conditions are suboptimal to mission deployment and evacuation. This is as close as I can get you to the Longinus Gamma facility. Hold position!
Tyranid, burrowing class, apex size. Trespasser sighted.
Take heed, Meridian. Trigon target acquisition vectors are unknown. Best to keep moving and stay together. Projecting a sense of tactical dominance may deter it from attacking. For now.
Trigon could be anywhere. Close formation! It dares not assault us if we stand and strike as one.
High beast here!
This place crawls!
Commencing Auspex
The
scan.
world is Xenos sought to deceiver. Now avenging angels. Score by
Swapping magazine. This kindles my righteousness. Xenos bioform. Rearming.
I'm airborne ready.
Changing magazine.
Synchronized movement. Press forward. It seeks to engage us, brothers. Tarry not and scatter not.
All specs primed.
Look, the beast changes its vector.
Kill that foe, lest it summon aid. Speed up and stay close.
Make haste with singular purpose.
Clear a blast radius. High beast here.
foothold. The Trigon will seize the opportunity. Prepare to reposition!
Reloading. Supply drop. Dispensing stims. Ammunition cache here. Frag grenade! Xenos Psyker outmatched by Codex tankers. Fresh munitions. Flagged objective.
The aberrant creature approaches!
Dig in and fortify this position. Speed up and stay close.
A lift station lies just ahead, Viridian. Considering the Trigon's presence is incidental to our objective, utilize the lift to reroute closer to Metrian's keep. Understood, Mikos. The lift is within our sights. I have transmitted no authorizations.
This positioning is disadvantageous. Do not linger too long in any one spot.
Transport lift stated incomprehensible. Begins, ceases. Begins, ceases.
Ignore the servo scar and focus on footholds. Rally at the lift.
Metrian welcomes you to Longinus Gamma Bio-Research Facility. Please do not disturb the lift. It would be a waste. I have no music to play while you descend. Use the silence to contemplate your futile, brutal existence in service to a desiccated cause.
Never have I encountered a servo skull that speaks in such a manner.
Viridian, the servo skull is enslaved to an unknown master. I am...
Puritan signal silenced. Continue to discuss your fate amongst yourselves. It changes nothing.
Ignore the servo skull, brothers. It is clearly malfunctioning.
A suggestion: abandon Gallio's misguided vendetta against the Maker's biologists. Do you know what Gallio and Metrian achieved together in the past? Ask about Project Zeta-6 if you ever speak to him again.
Were I bothered by the servo skull's incessant taunts, I would shoot it myself. Once I heard a server scout being summoned. Just until now.
Alien trespasser sight! Half visuals incoming. Attention!
But our orders stand.
We will get our chance at it, boys.
I was worried you had fallen victim to Mitrian's mastery of malphonic disruptive frequencies, but now the uncomfortable sensation associated with relief cools my remaining skin. Be warned, Viridian. Mitrian cannot hope to stand against you alone, so she will lie and storm in hope the Xenos swarm will devour you. Case in point, she has enslaved that servo skull as a crude mouthpiece. But give her word zero credibility for the mission's sake. And your own.
Prospects deep.
I trust you will hold this Ignoel Mitrian accountable for her sins, Megos.
Mark this position.
This is Megos. Each other.
Gathering supplies.
Incoming! It seeks to drown us in sheer numbers!
Statis, the facility is well stocked in mining gear. Requisition melter charges to eradicate the tunnels and halt the infestation.
Charges released. Protective eye gear also available.
With dispatch! Purify the infected tunnels with the melter charges!
Target seeks to mow the burger. High beast here. I have a melter charge. Eradicate the Xenos callways with the melter charges.
Hive substructure demolition achieved. Keep scanning for signs of the Trigon.
Inside the facility, you'll find Mitrian cowering in her data enclave.
Gallia, old friend of mine. If you missed our binaric discourses, you could have sent communication. I observe you still pathetically cling to views of soft tissue. Remember, meat lacks efficiency, whereas metallic alloys stave off corrosion and degradation for far longer.
How far you have fallen, Ignoel, that I must drag you back into the light.
Tyranid swarm, drawing them closer and closer.
Xenos bioform. Fresh magazine in. Location marked. Changing magazine. All specs ready to...
3 meat lackeys seems like overkill, Gallia. You think too highly of me. These poor, inert variables shall perish here, devoured by the Tyranids. And you do not care.
Mitrian shut down power to the uplink terminals. You must resupply the generator with a backup power cell. She hopes the Tyranids will annihilate you, but she underestimates the second company.
She'll seek out a power cell at once.
I beseech you, Gallia. Bear witness to the summation of our divine arithmetic from long ago. Remember Project Zeta 6?
As my theorems predicted, your life vector has converged with renegade factors, and Zeta 6 was a waste of computational resources and one perfectly good crops. Surrender now, and perhaps leniency can be granted. After the mind probes, of course.
You are a redundant functionary. Your Astartes shall die here, alone, in the dark.
Ammunition cache here. Aliens just past the site. Pathetic Tyranid abomination.
Power dwells within this device.
Hurry, brothers. The generators need power cells. Xenos Bioform. Hive beast here. Watch your fire, brother. Disgusting Tyranid scum. Location mark. Swapping magazine.
Light and darkness. How easily flesh parts deceive their perception.
Disrupt her attempts to connect with our facilities network. Mitrian will seize any opportunity to damage crucial data, which would deem this mission a failure. Do not let her connect to the consoles.
Disconnect the cowering tech priest from her cradle of wires.
I am copies of copies, backups of backups, and I degrade not. You have already fallen.
Hold this turret. The connection is no more.
Return to Mitrian's containment unit. See, Mitrian, the more you thrash, the deeper you set our hooks.
You are first mark this position. Xenos Bioform. Throwing frag grenade. Fresh magazine in. Attention. Alien trespassers site. We made our Primarch proud.
These tender drops of Astartes flesh have accomplished nothing, Gallia. My machinations are already achieving my designs. You are fools, peasants.
Silence, Mitrian. Meridian, confirm position. possession of her quivering mass of computational grey matter.
Brother!
Hopeless grey matter is in our grasp.
Pilot, Meridian is ready for evacuation. Sending updated extraction coordinates to you now, Meridian.
Avenging angel.
Resupply.
Fresh magazine.
All specs engaged. Attention! Rearming. High beast here. Be ready.
Really do operations have a clean exit?
Warspec scan confirms this is the correct vector. Location locked.
All my armor.
Reloading. Mark this position. Xenos biofuel. Fresh munitions. All specs ready to scan. Toxins in bloodstream. Alien trespasser sighted. Xenos biofuel. Zoanthrope, beware its mind bend. Changing magazine. Stim injection administered. Picking up extra rounds. War gear acquired. Deploying shock grenade. Swapping magazine. High beast here.
I cannot land with that burrowing abomination lurking about. Deep scans have penetrated the atmospheric disturbances, and Metrian's meddling code. Trigon vulnerability data pushed to your displays.
The Imperium demands the Trigon's extermination.
Concentrate firepower on the brakes in its chitin plating. Xenos Bioform. Charges on the Xenos swarm spots. My beast can obliterate every last odious scourge. The thermal power of the Imperium will halt this infestation. Deep scan ready.
Plant the melter charges on top their mouldering passageways. Falcon Xenos operations. Purge them all.
Ammunition cache here.
Trigon counterattack!
Xenos Bioform. Alien trespasser sighted. Fresh magazine in. Gathering supplies. Rearming. Battle, brother. Melter bomb ready. Space prime.
Trigon kill confirmed. My congratulations, Viridian. The mission is a success, despite the odds. I trust this Metrian is no longer a friend of yours, Magos. Ignoel Metrian and the historical dataset she possesses are for Mechanicus eyes only. But rest assured, she is in trustworthy hands now. You have my gratitude for your efforts, and I shall recommend some honorifics for your service, of course. There is much to pass, much to learn, and much to reminisce about.